All right, I'm going to teach you a psychological technique to help you meet your long-term goals. So if you're human, you probably have the sensation of wanting to do something that you know is good for you in the long term, but then doing the exact opposite. And this is super frustrating because we often feel like, oh my gosh, I can't control myself. Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? So a lot of times we'll engage in short-term beneficial behaviors as a way to regulate our emotions. So for example, like eating a lot of cookies or whatever is often a really good example of this. Obviously, you can eat cookies for other reasons. I'm not shaming cookies in any way here, but there are situations in which we engage in eating a bunch of cookies to feel better. Whether we're stressed, we're overwhelmed, even we might be angry, we might be sad. Eating the cookies allows us to kind of suppress that emotion, the carbohydrates, release serotonin. It's actually a pretty effective coping mechanism. Unfortunately, cookies often, like a large consumption of cookies, often has a long-term effect that isn't beneficial. And a lot of us don't want that long-term effect. And so what we need to do is when we have this emotion that rises up, the emotion that's related to eating the cookies, anger, sadness, frustration, stress, overwhelm, we need to engage in the opposite action. So currently, let's say I feel overwhelmed, so I eat the cookies. Overwhelm equals cookies because I want to suppress the overwhelm, like I don't want to feel it. So what I need to learn to do in order to reach my long-term goals and create kind of a more sustainable lifestyle is I need to learn to do the opposite action of eating cookies. And so right now, eating cookies is my way of avoiding the emotion. And so in order to learn to live with this emotion, to regulate this emotion, to kind of have more resilience with the emotion, I need to do the opposite. So what is the opposite of eating cookies? Well, I mean, in logical terms, it's not eating cookies, but oftentimes this can be a behavior like going for a walk, maybe going to the gym, taking a nap. It can really be anything, but the most important thing is that we decide the opposite action ahead of time. Because if you try to decide your opposite action in the moment, that will be very difficult. So decide what you're going to do ahead of time instead of your metaphorical eating cookies. Like it can be whatever you want. Insert whatever behavior you want here. And decide ahead of time. It's really helpful to think of it as an opposite action. Like what is the opposite of doing that particular behavior?